Location and the shoot. Where you filmed this certainly looks to be as harsh and inhospitable as the Floriana that we see on screen. So what was that like?
Well, we were still just a car ride from the hotel. So we weren't, but the time that we were there, we shot in Queensland, and then we also shot, to a limited extent in the Galapagos. We couldn't do real scenes there, but we could do shots and animal life and also animals that we could then put into shots digitally to keep the Galapagos a real factor in the movie. It's a place I've been a few times. I find it fascinating. If you're ever curious about it and interested in going, it's really worth it. I think it's one of those really remarkable places. But our environment, mostly because we were shooting on a fast schedule. It's all exteriors. The house, there are no interiors, there's no soundstage. When we were shooting inside that house, we were just shooting there inside that little set and that we had built. It was weather. We did not catch much luck with the weather. We were fighting it all the way, electrical storms and storm. And also the wildlife there is poisonous. And we had snake wranglers, literally. And they in the most humane ways, would search around in the morning. They'd start about a couple hours before we got there to the set, finding them, replacing them, taking them to an improved place far from us. But these guys were finding snakes every day that we didn't want to be near. Heat, intense. It was an outdoor movie, and we were shooting fast. Matthias Herndl, our cinematographer, did a remarkable job. I worked with him on Genius, the first season of Genius. He's a great DP, also now a director, mostly directing. But when he read this script, he agreed to come back and shoot it. Because of the nature of the tone and these shifts from these very serious moments to these moments that would allow the audience to laugh and enjoy and roll with the irony of these characters. So it's always born from honesty, but at times you just kind of can't believe it's happening, and it did. And I loved the way the audience was reacting to the humor in what I was hearing today. So I didn't want to have to do a lot of takes. I wanted there to be a kind of spontaneity. We worked with 3 cameras a lot, mostly handheld, and tried to create as loose an environment as possible, and for that kind of spontaneity, and to capture those moments of real nuance and detail. And again, the actors carried this movie. They rose to the occasion. The one thing I would say about making an independent over studio film is everyone wants to be there on an indie. The cast really brought it, and they knew it was a project that was important to me. And I wanted to support them. I felt they were supporting my efforts as well, and I really love them for that.